everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with another layout. So 2 days in a row I made a layout, so I'm feeling pretty good. I feel like I'm getting the mojo back and I want to scrapbook. So I was going through my photos and I found these 3 photos. This was obviously almost 4 years ago and almost to the date because the tournament was at the end of November, beginning in December in 2013. So I guess it was three years ago. Sorry, 3 years ago. And that year, his hockey year was really good. They won 3 banners, and he really loved his hockey year. And this year, we're kind of mourning hockey because he didn't want to play. It was his last year, and he didn't want to play. So when I saw these pictures, I'm like, I don't think I scrapped that. So I want to scrapbook these pictures and just kind of relive, you know, being a hockey mom. It's only been like since September that he hasn't played. And of course they finished last March. But my husband was his coach from the time he was like 7 or 8. So it was a big part of our life for, 10 years of our life. And now no hockey. So he works for the minor hockey league here in Moncton, which is the Wildcats, or the junior, I should say, the junior hockey league. And so he works there. He was done playing hockey. He didn't want to play this year. So sad. So this is sort of a, I don't know, almost like a mourning page for me. We tried to convince him just one more year, and then you're done. You can never play hockey again. And he didn't want to, so we didn't want to force him. But I wish he would have played. But it is what it is, right? He's doing really well in school. So that's all we can ask. And then next year, hopefully he's going to go to university. So that's the next step we're going to do with him. My husband met with his teachers last week because it was parent-teacher meeting. And I was working. I'm always working. Whenever those things come around, it always seems that I'm working. So, he was asking them, because he has no idea what he wants to do. Well, I shouldn't say he has no idea. He actually said to me that it was too much because all the teachers keep telling him he can be anything he wants to be. And he said, that's too many choices. But he's really good in art and he's really good at computers. He's good at music. He picked up music like really easy. And he's good in chemistry, he's good in math, he's good in English, like, he's average. He was on the honor roll, and so he's doing really well, but like, I kind of giggled to myself when he said, that's also a problem when you have too many choices, so. And he's kind of he's not kind of, he's an introvert, so. He doesn't want to do anything that will require talking to people, which I don't get at all, but it's a teenage thing, I guess. I don't know. And his 2 sisters are not like that at all. My oldest is the social butterfly. She's just like, she'll chit-chat to anybody. My second one is not shy. She's not as much of a chit-chatter, but she'll talk to just about, like if somebody talks to her, she'll talk. And he's totally like, no, won't talk to anybody. Total introvert. He says he doesn't know what to say. So that's one of the reasons we kind of wanted him to play hockey, just to keep that social aspect out there, but he didn't want to. At the last tournament last year, he loved it. That's the thing. He loved the tournaments. He loved the competition of the tournaments and stuff. And he was like, Mom, if you really want me to play next year, I will. And I said to my husband, of course, being, you know, a mom, I said, well, I want you to do what you really want to do and not what I want you to do. And so by the end of the summer, he didn't want to play. I said, I should have made him commit. Okay, yes, I want you to play. For me and my husband, that was our social, that was our social aspect. You know, that's where we went out and did stuff. So I don't know. We'll just have to find something else to do. I said to my husband, because a lot of the kids that were on his team, they've been on his team since he was 7. And the other kids were on his team every 2 years. So it's kids that we've seen grown up, right? So we might go see, whenever it's a tournament or something, we might go and see a few games and support them that way. Because he was their coach for that long too, so yeah, we're kind of missing the whole hockey thing. So when I saw these pictures, I thought, oh, I need to do that. So I wanted a picture of them on the ice when they won the banner, and then after everybody left, my husband's the coach, so he kept the banner until they put it up in the arena. And so being that he was the coach, I took a picture of him and Josh, and then Josh by himself. And that's a big smile for him. He's not a very big smiler. We have to pull those out of him. And when he laughs out loud, it's a pretty special thing. So I always tried to act silly to get him to laugh. So that's why we love going on vacation, because that's usually when we can get him to, and when Katie can come with us, she gets him laughing a lot, which is awesome. So I was thinking I had the score, what the final game was at. So I'm gonna just cut the scoreboard out, and it's blue. So I decided to like, their uniforms are red, blue, and white. The banner was blue and white, and he's dressed in orange with an orange sweatshirt. So I decided to just go with the blue. So I'm gonna, and the scoreboard is in blue. So if I do end up using it, I'm always gonna use it like as an embellishment, I think. Oops. And it's just nice to have the score, what they won the game. I always try to do that, like the last second, because they don't leave that long. So just before it would buzz, I would like, or just as it buzzed, I would take a picture, because then they take it away pretty quickly. And I just want to capture. And some of these words, they are from Pink Fresh Studio. And there was a couple that, or 3 of them that were in blue, but I didn't like that meh, because it was more than meh. It was awesome. So I like captured and hooray. So that's 2 things. And I think some of this stuff is from a click kit that I had. And once I've used them for a bit, or if I didn't use them the month that it was supposed to, and with all this unpacking, I've been just kind of separating that kind of stuff and just putting it in my stash. I have to tell you, I'm looking at at all the different kits, like hip kits. Their kits are so awesome, but I can't. I gotta use what I have. Like, oh my goodness, I've noticed how much, I knew how much stuff I had. Like I was, but I've been collecting for, well, he's 17 and I started when he was when I was pregnant, not when he was pregnant, when I was pregnant with him. So it's been like 18 years. So I have a lot of stuff and I just have to use it. So what I'm going to do is say, you know, for the next X amount of months, I'm going to scrap with my stash, and if I can get X amount of layouts done, then I can treat myself to, I don't know, maybe a few months of kits or something like that. But I have to try to use up some of this stuff that I have been accumulating. And my thing is I don't want to get rid of stuff because I am going to use it. When I retire, oops, I cut crooked. When I'm going to retire, we won't have as much money to, you know, to spend on scrapbook stuff. Or even now that we're in our new house, like, we have a mortgage payment now, which we didn't have before. So, I don't want to spend on scrapbook supplies because I have enough. But once I retire, then even less money to go around. So I want to make sure that I have a ton of stuff. And I don't mind if the stuff is sort of older and stuff. I don't mind that at all. At all. Like, I love older stuff. Oh, I don't find it shows as well. So now that's kind of putting a line here. I might look for like a washi tape to put there to kind of separate, or a piece of paper that I can cut. And that paper was, let me see. Is there a branding strip? I don't know. I can't remember if I cut it off or not. No, this one doesn't have it either. So I think it's Click Kit, like their own pattern paper. Okay. So yes, it is Click Kits. There we go. So I'm going to cut a few of those and start the, you know, embellishment clusters. I like this because it says 24/7, and that's pretty much how we viewed hockey. Like, we just talked about it, lived it, whatever the case may be, 24/7. I like these rubber embellishments by Pink Fresh Studio. I like that one that says high five, which, you know, way to go. And then the heart, and then the little either just start or I love right now. So I'll probably be using some of those. And I could even use some of these tags here, some of this. And then I got this from my stash. They're from Jelly Bean Soup, Alpha Bean, Blue Corn Navy. I think I'm just going to put like hockey is life because that's how we felt. That's how we felt. We felt, not how he felt, how we felt. I just loved watching him play, loved it. Some people I talk to that their kids don't play hockey, they say, oh, I can't even imagine being at the rink that often, and, you know, early mornings, and we just loved it, and we miss it. And now we're just hoping that Mason will follow suit and start hockey. I don't know if he can start next year. He's too young this year. He's starting swimming tomorrow, though. Yay! So I'm off, so I'm going to go see him. I'm so happy. And hopefully next year we'll put him in swimming. Or hockey. Hopefully he can start. And my husband's going to take him skating this year. I don't know if we'll put him in, like, skating class after Christmas, or if we'll just take him to general skating. That remains to be seen. We'll see how our time is. we seem to have a little bit more time because we don't have hockey, but with the whole moving thing, we're still not 100%. We're moved in, yes. But like my TV in my scrap room isn't there. Our TV in our bedroom isn't up yet. So there's little things like that that aren't completely done. So we're picking away at it, doing a little bit every day, and every weekend when I'm off, we do a little bit more. And so we're gonna get it done. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna put you on fast forward. I'm just oh, that's too bad. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do, I want it like dark, unless I put the dark in the middle. I could do that, but I didn't want 2 stars. Oh. Okay, how about if I do star, blank, and then heart. So then I have 2 darks, and yeah. So I'm going to put 3 down here and 3 up there. I might move these around and get a different one. There. There. So I'll probably put, like I said, washi tape or something, and maybe some paper layers in behind there just to kind of lift it a little bit. I'll probably put this on this corner because I have that there, that down here, and maybe I'll, I don't know, do something like that. I'll play around with it, but what I'm going to do is, now I'm going to put you on fast forward, and I'll do a voiceover. I'm starting to lose my voice, so I'm going to put you on fast forward, and now it's going to be the voiceover. Okay, so now it's the fast forward part. I turned my camera off, and I went and found that washi tape that I was talking about. It is from Bo Bunny, and it's a nice, it looks like film strip, and it's a navy blue, and I absolutely love it. And it's starting to get smaller and smaller. I've used it quite a bit, and I'm not looking forward to the day that I'm out, because that is one washi tape that I know I'm going to run out of because I use it all the time, and I don't think they make it anymore. And so I went and got my Faded Jeans Distress ink, and I'm going to ink all the edges of all the little square pattern papers. And I'm even putting some on that mat, which really, you can't tell, but once I get going, I just start inking everything. So, and then I'm going to start gluing down. And I'm going to take my ETG gun, and I'm going to glue down the pattern paper. Now, okay, so hopefully I put up the page, but it's probably going to take me a minute to get used to my new setup. It's totally different from at my old house, so it's going to take me a while to figure out if I'm still in, the whole page is in like in the center, and to boot, I can't see my page because that's how high it is. I actually have to zoom in so that it's not so far away. It's not the final way that my camera's going to be, but it's getting close. So I put the washi tape at the top and the bottom, glued everything down. I had forgotten to ink the edges of that, and then I noticed, the scoreboard fits perfectly in that 3-piece of those squares that I left together. So that's where I'm going to put my scoreboard, and it just kind of makes an embellishment cluster at the bottom. And then I'm going to use those 2 words from Pink Fresh Studios, I think it was. I mentioned it at the beginning of the video, and it says capture and hooray. Now I still don't know where my X Xyron, and I have the bigger one. I haven't unpacked that yet, so I'm just going to put some some ATG, and you can kind of see through it. But at this point, I just want to scrap. So even though it's not perfect, I'm okay with that. I'm going to use these Doodle Bug. I think they're Doodle Bug. Jelly bean soup. and in a dark navy, and I'm just gonna write "Hockey is Life" because that's pretty much what it was for us for quite a few years. Like I said, because my husband was coach, and he had to get practices ready, never could miss. There was a tournament that my son was sick and he didn't play hockey, but we went to the whole hockey tournament because he's the coach. So, and I still ended up going because my husband had to go. So I'm like, might as well go. And I love watching the kids play anyway. So, yeah, hockey was our life. And so now that it's over, it's just nice to be able to scrap these memories. And this was 3 years ago exactly. I believe the tournament was at the beginning of December, and tomorrow's December 1st. So it was exactly 3 years ago, and they won the whole tournament. And it's funny because we had a huge snowstorm last night, and during the tournament there was a huge snowstorm. They literally had to. They were announcing so much snow that they had to play 2 games back to back, where normally they have a few hours off to kind of recoup. Well, between the semifinal and the final game, they didn't even change out of their uniforms. They took their skates off, put their boots on. We drove to the other arena, and they were, cleaning the ice, and they played again. So, and the other team had to do the same thing. So it's not as if one team had an advantage over the other. Both teams had to do that. So those poor kids basically, had an hour off in between the 2 games. So I think that underneath the scoreboard, that's where I'm going to do the journaling. And if I find that there's not enough, I'll just put sort of a little pocket in behind with some foam tape, and I'll do my journaling on that, because I do have so many memories about hockey tournaments and all that stuff, and I just want to make sure that I write them all down. So these are a tag that was from the Maggie Holmes Gather, which I worked with the last layout. And some of these are the cut aparts from the sheet, and I'm going to use those as bases to do my embellishment clusters. And I also used a tag right next to Hockey's Life, and I'm going to do a little embellishment cluster there. And I found the tag was a little too big, so I just chopped it down. It was just too wide. And then I had a flare that said 24/7, so I thought that was pretty appropriate. And I put some of that washi tape on that bottom tag, just so that it reflects that washi tape again. And I'm just playing with the embellishments and seeing where I could put them around the page. There was some rubber charms that were from Pink Fresh Studio, I believe, and I'm going to use 3 of them. I'm going to put down my title, and we're coming to the end of the layout. Now, I have to say there's no close-ups at the end of this video. I know a lot of people like the close-ups. Right now, I just don't have the time to take the pictures and edit them and all that stuff. I literally have 20 minutes so that I could do the voiceovers, so that I could upload this on December 1st. I'm going back to work tomorrow, December 1st, and it's now like 20 to 8, and usually I'm in bed within 40 minutes, and I still have to make my lunch for tomorrow so that I have something to eat while I'm at work. And but I figured that I could do the voiceover quickly and then upload it to YouTube for tomorrow. So now I'm going to glue everything down, and that's going to complete this layout. And I just want to thank everyone for all your comments and your support. And in the last 3 days, I think I did 4 layouts. So yay! I feel like my sort of mojo is back, and but now I'm going back to work for 4 days. But I'll have a few layouts to upload, maybe not every second day, but maybe every third day. So that's it. That's going to complete this layout, and I want to thank you so much for watching. And I'm going to start working too on my document December, or December daily, however you want to call it. And I'm going to share a few videos with you. And thanks so much for watching. Bye.